He's a man, such a man, such a man. He's a real man's man.
7:24. Once again, testosterone flows. Chest hairs exposed as we crack open another family-size can of Chef Boyardee Testosteronios.
I am Chef Boyardee.
It's Manly Man Sports. Joining us now, Manly Man John Weiser. John, good morning.
Bill, good morning. Glad to have you back.
It's good to be back. Had a little flu bug last week. It's a couple days off, and now I'm full once again of vim and vigor. I was a little short on vim, but I made a...
Yeah, wasn't that made by Dean's Milk?
Yes,
Didn't they have
was.
a Vim in a blue label?
You know, you joke, but I think that's actually the case. I do believe that was an actual product. All right, we're getting into the teeth now of high school playoff football. We've got St. Joe's at home, or at Amici tonight against Darlington, and that's boy. When you get down to this, the third level, the third round, John, it's quality football.
It's 1 versus 2, and of course we all know Darlington, the track too tough to tame. Oh no, that's auto racing.
That's auto racing.
Anyways, this is a great matchup tonight. I think when you get to this level, as you said, there are no cream puffs left. These are the cream of the crop right here, and that's Darlington and St. Joe's tonight. Darlington, a ground-heavy team. They average almost 7-8 yards per carry, so this is going to be tough on the St. Joe defense here to try and take that run away and try and make this team a little one-dimensional. And this Darlington team also gets up early. This is a team that outscores its opponents in the first quarter, something like 14-2, I think is how that came out as far as the first 11 games here. So they get up to that 2-touchdown lead, and they make you one-dimensional. So that's something St. Joe's has to prevent here tonight.
Nip it in the bud. We'll have it for you. 6:45 pregame here on WLIP. Tomorrow afternoon, the Carthage Firebirds finish off the road schedule in Rock Island against Augustana. John, this is a team that's just trying to pick up the pieces over the last couple of ball games here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think this is going to be an interesting battle here as far as Carthage versus Carthage. They have had not a great season, I can tell you that, and I found interesting this past week the coaching staff sat the team down and went through 29 what they call critical plays in that game against Carroll, and just broke everything down into what is known as execution, and just how one player, if they just would have held a block longer or would have done something a little differently, would have changed the outcome of that particular play. And so now that comes down to, again, tomorrow, you can't go out to this game feeling sorry for yourself. You got to go out there and execute. Just play it one play at a time, win each play, win each down, and work from there. And I think that's something that we're going to see early from Carthage, whether they have this or are they just playing the string.
All right, we'll have it for you. 12:45 pregame with John tomorrow, 1 o'clock kick at Rock Island at Lindbergh Stadium. We'll see if it's lucky for the Firebirds. Get that, John? Lucky Lindbergh?
Yeah, I got it. Lucky Lindbergh, Charlie Lindbergh, yeah.
Tomorrow here on WLIP. Packers, here's another team trying to pick up the pieces. If they lose to Detroit this weekend, you can kiss the casual fans goodbye.
Well, and if they don't score 30 or more points this weekend against what is probably the worst defense in the NFL right now in the Detroit Lions, then there is something wrong with this team. They'll never score 30 all year. This would be the week to do it. They need to do it. And I think we saw a game plan on Sunday night, run the football. They were able to run for over 200 yards against a team that was ranked number 1 against rushing defense coming in. So I think that might be the formula. Can they stick with it in Detroit? That's the key. And I think for the Packers, they need that running game to help set up the pass. And it's frustrating as a fan watching that because, hey, if you're getting success with the ball and you're going on 13-play, 8-minute drives, the other team can't score as long as you have the ball.
Right.
So.
All right, Packers, and of course the Bears in Miami. Miami has been an impressive club this season.
They certainly have, and I think that might be the blueprint the Bears are going after as far as trying to set their team up. This Miami team last year kind of worked itself into surrounding their quarterback with some weapons to try and be a little bit more effective offensively. We'll see if the Bears are choosing that route to go. They picked up Chase Claypool this week in the trade deadline, wide receiver from Pittsburgh, gave up a second-round pick. What's interesting about that is evidently the Packers were in on Claypool as well. They also offered a second-round pick, but Pittsburgh took the Bears, figuring the Bears were going to finish with a worse record than the Packers, and they'd get a higher second-round pick out of it. So that's kind of interesting how that worked out.
Interesting.
But and trading Roquan Smith to the Ravens, I think, and Robert Quinn to the Eagles last week. I think this team is starting to accumulate some pieces here to draft and develop, and I think that's where the Bears are headed, much like Miami did.
All right, out of time, but the Bucks are 7-0 in the World Series. Wraps this weekend. Houston up 3-2. It's a Friday fish fry. Johnny, what are we looking at?
The Wisconsin staple, going perch, baby, with some potato pancakes. You got it.
So good. What a freshwater fish that is. Get some perch and an old-fashioned, and you got the start of a weekend. It's Manly Men's Sports. He's John Weiser. John, thanks so much. We'll hear you tomorrow. Have a great weekend, all right?
All right. You too, Bill. Thank you.